Oh, hello there. Hello people, what's going on? It's Kaiger1234 up here today with another game review. Yes, it's been a while since we've done, wait, let me mute this TV. I can find the mute button, there we go. It's been a while since we've done a modern game review, and we're going to be reviewing one of my favourite games of the modern era, Orochi 3 Ultimate. I'm actually playing it on the PlayStation 4 at the moment. I do have this game on Xbox One, and to be honest, there's not really much difference between the versions. I've just got this one here, so I thought I'd play this one, and I've been playing it for the past few days. This has been a game that I put a lot of time into. In fact, I've put more time into this game than almost any other game that I've played. And as you know, I'm a big fan of the Warriors series in general, and the Warriors Orochi series is a really cool series. Now, for those of you who don't know, Warriors Orochi combines both the Dynasty Warriors and the Samurai Warriors games together, and also adds some extra bonus characters into the game. For example, there's characters from Ninja Gaiden, Soul Calibur, and Atelier as well. Now, the whole story of this game is that Warriors Orochi is about them coming together to fight a demon army. Now, the first two games focus more on the character of Orochi himself. This one focuses on a thing known as the Kaiger. For those of you who don't know what Kaiger is, it's a mystical creature, or mythical creature, sorry, with it's a dragon that basically has 8 heads, and every time you cut one off, another 2 appear. Sort of one of those immortal, indestructible creatures that we know from, you know, mythology and stuff. So, and the whole concept of the game is that you basically, that appears, destroys pretty much the whole of humanity. And basically there's these characters known as mystics from a different realm that basically come, and basically you go back in time, and basically the whole point of the game is going back in time to these battles before it happened, helping the people that would have died, and then basically building up an army to fight this giant creature, and of course, you know, defeating it. Now, the Ultimate Edition also includes a bonus 4 chapters, which the first game had 4 chapters, this game has 8 chapters. Now, the other 4 chapters focus on the character of Orochi again, but actually focus on how he became Orochi. You actually find out the origins of Orochi, and it's really interesting to see that they did that. And there's also another character, evil mystic character whose name I can't remember, but it's this girl, and she has like this mirror which is something to do with the mystic world. So there is a little bit of a lore to this game as well. In fact, most of the Warriors games in general have a lore behind them, but this one had sort of combined sort of you know, mythical and creatures into the game, so more fantasy than just, you know, historical China or historical Japan, which I really like. Now, graphics in this game, they're pretty decent. You know, to be honest, I've never really had an issue with any of the Dynasty Warriors or any of the Warriors games in general. Graphics, they've always been pretty decent. The character designs and the level designs are pretty well done. Of course, the normal basic soldier doesn't look that great when you look at it up close, but to be honest, when there's thousands of enemies on the screen at once, you don't really want to have the best high quality enemies because it will really slow down the game, so that makes a lot of sense. And the sound again is pretty decent. It's full Japanese voice acting in this game. I think that most people prefer games that are, you know, like people watch anime, prefer to watch it in Japanese with English subtitles. I think that's the preferred way to watch it. For me, it's the same. I'm the same, but sometimes it's nice to have a English dub if you know, again, like, for example, I prefer to watch Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon in English. Again, that's how I grew up with it. But it would have been nice if this game did have English voice acting as even as a downloadable thing, but also, you know, maybe just as a bonus thing in there. But then again, there's a lot of dialogue in this game, so it's easy. Again, it's probably cheaper for them to do the Japanese voice acting. I don't know the whole story behind why they choose Japanese voice acting over English. But that being said, it's not the best thing in the world, and the music in this game is pretty decent. It's not. It's sort of on its own genre of music, video game music, and it's okay. It's not memorable, but it's pretty decent, but not memorable like some theme tunes and, you know, video games. But yeah, and so what is this different to the other one? So this game focuses on, you have 3 characters in your team at once, and you can switch between them at any time in battle, and you can really use those characters to your advantage, because you can do combo moves and team moves. Basically, there's moves where you're doing attack and you're calling your teammate, and then you'll throw them up in the air, press the button to change, attack them in the air, and then smash them down with the last character. It's really cool, and it also has a really cool element where you can do this thing where you get this meter, and then when it gets full, you can do like a thing where you basically get everyone into like a pile, and then you just do like a move on them, and it just basically demolishes them. It's really cool. And of course you've got, you know, it's still similar to the other Warriors games in the combat style, but there's a lot of different characters in this game. There's actually over 145 playable characters in this game, and every character has 100 levels and has 9 prestige levels. So there's 900, nearly 1,000 levels per character. So you thinking replayability is absolutely fucking awesome. The amount of characters there are in this game is they really went all in with the amount of characters in this game. This game does include the story mode, of course, which I'm doing, and a free mode where you can go back and choose any battle you want. And when you're doing the story mode, before you choose battles, you can do this thing where you're in this camp and you can talk to other teammates, find out some, unlock extra battles, a bit of an RPG element in that sense, where you can level up your weapons, buy new weapons, sell them, craft orbs to make your character stronger, and of course fusion your weapons and stuff like that. So there is somewhat of an RPG element to it, but it's not in-depth RPG, which I like, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of in-depth RPGs like some people are, but you know, if I give time to a game, I'll adapt and enjoy it. But this one's an easy one to just pick up and play, like most of the Warriors games in general. There's also a mode called Gauntlet mode, which is really, really interesting. And basically, you go into a map, and then you basically have to, there's these portals all around the map, and you have to basically find the exit portal, and you can find treasure. The Gauntlet mode uses its own, so the characters from story mode will not be the same characters used in Gauntlet mode. So if you unlock characters for Gauntlet mode, they won't be unlocked for story mode, and vice versa, which is really cool that they did that. So the characters that you haven't unlocked in story mode, you can at least try them out in Gauntlet mode, which is really cool. It's a fun mode. It's challenging because slowly the enemies get stronger and stronger, and level up. So they start off really easy, but the longer you take, the enemies will get stronger, and normal enemies could kill you in basically 3 or 4 hits. But basically, how that works is you have 5 people in your team. I think it's 5, yeah. You have 5 people in your team. You can switch between them. You can do different formations which send them out to the map. They got to find the exit portals, and it's really interesting. It's something a bit different and quite interesting. There's also a map editor, or a battle editor mode, which you can create your own battles as well. I haven't tried it out actually, but you could essentially download the battles that people have made as well, and share them online. And this game does feature online, but I don't think people are playing this online anymore. So, but I think you can still do online co-op pretty easy with your friend. I don't think they've shut down. I don't think this has dedicated servers or anything like that. And there's also a really cool throwback mode. For those of you who don't know, the Dynasty Warrior game was originally a one-on-one fighting game, and this game has the duel mode in this game, which basically is a throwback to the one-on-one fighting game. Again, you switch between the 3 characters, but it's done in a one-on-one fighting style, and it has sort of its own game in that sense. That I believe that was released on Wii U. If you had the Wii U edition of Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper, I think the game was just the one-on-one fighting game. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that that dual mode was also in the original Warriors Orochi as well, but the Gauntlet mode is a new mode to this as well. So the Ultimate Edition is relatively cheap. You can get this game for about £10 now, which is it's a good price for a game that has thousands of hours of gameplay. This game, to get this game 100%, it would take you a long fucking time. I've put nearly 500 hours or something stupid like that into the Xbox One version of the game and still haven't unlocked every single thing in the game. I haven't even finished the proper story mode. I've finished all the missions, but there's certain missions that you have to unlock by leveling up the characters' friendship level, which is annoying, but it's pretty a cool thing that they keep. There's still loads of missions to unlock, even though when you finish the story mode. And you can also, if you have the PS3 or PS Vita version of this game, or the Xbox 360 version for Xbox fans, you can import your save data from that version. So I believe it means like you can import the characters over and their levels over into your game, which is pretty cool. So this isn't going to be a long video. Most of my reviews I like to keep around about 15 minutes long, because I don't really want to go in depth. These are more just my opinions on the game. This probably is my favourite of the Warriors games, of all of them, because it's just really, it just has a lot to it, and it's a really fun game. I love games where you have lots of characters and lots of missions, and this is a really fun game to play. And I think that anyone who enjoys hack and slash games, if you're not into the Warriors games in general, but you want to play a pretty decent hack and slash game, I'd recommend checking this one out. It's also on Xbox One as well, and I believe there was a version on the Wii U, but it's not this version. But it's a pretty decent game, and I think it's definitely worth a playthrough at least. I recommend buying this game because you can get it for under £15 brand new nowadays. So it's pretty decent, it's worth your time. This game I think might become a little bit more expensive after a while, but that's only because it's a Warriors game, and Warriors games go down in price and then they go back up in price and then down and up. I don't know why, they just do. But a pretty decent game. I'm going to give this game a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that don't make it a 10 out of 10 is that I don't know, it just, maybe once you've played the story isn't all that amazing. It's decent enough, but once you've played it once, you're not really that interested in when you play it again. But it's a very good game. It's one of the best hack and slash games of the Warrior genre, and it's probably my favourite, and it's a really fun game. You can just put this game in and play it. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, but I recommend you give this game a go. Like I said, this is the PS4 version. I don't really notice a difference. I think the only difference I've noticed with the PS4 version is that when you save it, it takes about 5 seconds, whereas the Xbox One version is instant with its saving. I don't know why it does that, but it's not an issue, but it's just something I noticed. That's the only thing I noticed about it. But yeah, this has been another review. We reviewed another Warriors game. I don't know if there's going to be any more videos this week. I might do a video, but I've got a lot of things to sort out at the moment. My room is a mess. So I'm going to have to tidy that up a bit later. Or I'm going to get moaned at. But it's Thursday today, so I'll be going back home on Monday. And as you know, I'm going to start work on my collection videos again. Of course, we're going to do the 2017 collection video, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And I will see you in the next video, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. So I might do another video before I go home. I don't know. But we've had 3 videos the other day, so you know, there's still videos, of course. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what your favourite Warriors game is. Let me know if you've played this game. And of course, feel free to subscribe and join the family if you haven't already. And of course, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what it's going to be yet, so we'll see. Take care, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.